Okay, morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm just up here in our top wood, and we've been doing a fair amount of thinning in some of the new plantation blocks that you might have seen last week. The road was on the other side there where we were taking back some trees which overhang the road and chipping up. So we've come through all here. We've got some quite nice piles of brash. We've got good piles of timber that we've pulled out. These are going to fly through our Japper firewood processor, nice and straight. Absolutely lovely pieces. There's still a fair amount of scraping out we can do in there, and as we go up the back up the track there, you'll see lots of piles of timber and brash in there. But our job this week, and hopefully it's coming tomorrow, is we're going to have a tracked flail machine come in here and deal with this section through here, which has kind of been bugging me for a bit. This used to be ash. I clear felled it and then replanted, but the lines just were never done straight, and we never got anybody to come in and well, spray back all these thistles and, you know, keep them under control really. So it's just turned into a bit of a mess, but you live and learn on these jobs. And on our next clear fell, which we did in the summer last year, we spent a lot of time getting the site prepped up right, so we can get nice straight lines in, and they're going to come back, put some deer spray on, and then they're going to put on a herbicide to stop all these brambles coming up and just give those plants a bit of a chance, those trees a bit of a chance to get up above it. Because at the moment it's just getting strangled. But the fella didn't do a great job. He left sort of piles of mucky brash like this around, and there was quite a few stumps in there. So when the tree planters came, they weren't professional, and they kind of moaned about the site. You know, it's just like in all games, there's always a trick. And I think a professional tree planter would have laid it out in a better way, but equally so, we probably could have prepped up the site a little bit easier. So that's really what I want to sort of get done, and it might well be that we might be able to come back in and deal with some of these stumps. There's just one over there, you might be able to see it. There's another one up this line here, sort of nasty biggie up there, and then we can get in and just get all these ditches dug out and get the drainage sort of flowing away from the site as well, because like most woods, it's been planted on boggy ground, which was no good for farming. And yeah, you know, it does need that drainage help at times, although with the summers that we've been having around here, it may be best just to keep the ground as boggy as possible for those summer months. Anyway, we'll go and take a look at the other plantation, just see how that's looking now. So here's that new site, just laid out so much nicer. We can get down each of these rows and you know, maintain the site, which is what it's all about, and then it will look really, really smart in a few years, hopefully. Just if we can have a few kind summers, hopefully that will let these trees get ahead as well. Okay, so here's the chums. Working. Quite a quiet machine really. And I just said to him, get on, do the rest of this site through here as much as you can get done in a day. So yeah, there we are. Wasn't left in a great way with all these bits. We should have burnt them up, but as I said, maybe a couple of stumps there, I think. actually plodding on quite nicely, just doing this first section. So yeah, leave a nice little job there. We get into this next little bit. There's some real nasty stumps in there. Right, so here's the finished job. Yeah, we can walk through it, that's the important thing now. So probably highlights the bendiness of these rows of trees as well that we've got planted. You may have hit one or two, but a lot of them weren't that living anyway. But it's nice to be able to roughly see some rows. He's obviously hit the odd stump or two there and had to back out again. Quite a few of those are left behind. But at least now we can see, yeah, there's a little tree in there. It is actually budding, so despite the couple of summers we've had, some of these have actually managed to survive. I suppose possibly it's just the very clayey, wet ground that we've got here. Yeah, there's another little one in there. And Tim's just back on the digger, fording out the last of the thinnings from this fell through there. But yeah, that's been on my mind for a bit, so it's nice to get that cleared up. Yeah, just all this then, it's all been on my mind for a bit to try and get this bit sorted out, and at least we can get back in here, redo ditches, spray everything down. Needs be, we can always take out the stumps that have been hit and stuff, but otherwise that's just nice, because that's been sort of on me and realising we didn't do this properly, and now hopefully we can get it done right. So yeah, that's all good then, guys. So we just emptied out some firewood out of one of our bins over there, and we've got a big pile of old stinky wood chip that I'm going to try and dry up. I got this back in January. It never really self-dried itself, and I moved it and it sat outside through all that wet February, March time. So now I'm going to try and put it into one of our bins and see how that dries with wood chips. I've never tried that before, so it'll be an interesting little experiment to see how quickly this bin actually works on drying down stuff like this. Up here now. So we'll leave that for a bit and see how it cooks up. So yeah, that's really 50% the top of that bin. We filled it up, we'll see how that goes over the next few days. Okay, so on top of the bin now. Loaded up pretty well. Just got the moisture meter up here and it's flashing 50, so yeah, it's pretty wet. I'll just be interested to see how that comes down. So we just had a little bit of a disaster. See behind, ripped one of our tyres, hit the edge of the green box when we were lifting it, unfortunately. So Jason has just come out and he's changing those over, which we've got us an old spare one, but we'll have to buy two new front ones, which is a bit of a nuisance. But on a more positive note, we've got our bags arriving in that lorry down there, so that's something which is all right. We need to have a drum roll on this. There it comes off. Little strings, there's one down here at this corner. They don't want them getting lost at all, do they? Pretty secure. There they come. Yeah, they look alright, those bags. Yeah, look at that, modelling nicely. So there's the damage to the tyre. Absolutely sliced it straight through. Bit of a shame, but never mind, these things happen. Anyway, the new one's now on. There's not much tread on that, so we'll have to get some new ones, otherwise it will wind up the diffs with the uneven tread. But anyway, back in business, so thanks to Jason for popping out so quick and getting that on. I'm just up on this wood chip box. It's 24 hours later. I'm just having a little probe here, and it's quite odd actually, because just where the central tunnel is, and definitely down this end here, it's quite dry, nearest the dryer. This end is quite wet still, definitely side. So I think what's happening is the air's sort of coming down, can't pass out through these bits here because there's quite a lot of chip, and it's coming back down the tunnel and then sort of passing out through these sort of areas where there's a bit of space. So I'm just going to get Ray on the telehandler there to put a bit more chip into this back bit. Same time, the noise over there is Dave. He's just running the chip up. We split a whole load of poplar up, and it's just, yeah, it's just flying through that machine now. So that's great. We'll put it straight into the shed over there, around the corner, and we'll see where we go. So Ray's just taking another load there. Avoiding my car. See if that has any effect on drying these top heats and pushing the air out through the sides a bit more. We'll see. firewood bags, guys. I think it's pretty obvious what we're selling there, but if anyone's got any ideas to improve that, just let us know in the comments. Okay guys, we managed to clear up all the big bits of poplar there. Ray's just shuffling up the last little bits of chip. I'll go and show you what's happening in there. How much we got done in the shed. We reckon it's about 25 tons. We started about 12 and it's about 5 o'clock now. So yeah, we reckon that little chip will do on nice stuff, which is like what you saw going through. It's going to do 50 tons in a day. The other ones I've had, you might have seen the tractor chipper. How's your hack on that? I reckon that could do about 100 tons. So it just goes to show. But here's our pile. I reckon that is a lorry load, a good lorry load. It's pretty much as nice a chip as you'll get. Really uniform stuff. So yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and have a good Easter. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers now.